stream. Robert, get in here if you want. Oh, no, sorry, son. We cannot skip this live stream. OpenAI is about to launch a new browser, a new web browser, and join the AI browser wars that are happening between Comet and Perplexity. Google's about to step in with the Gemini inside Chrome. Dia and Arc browser are still, trying to get people to still use them. Somebody posted a list, I think Petro, about like all of the possible web browsers that are possible, and OpenAI is going to step in. And when OpenAI launches something, it's going to be probably a model trained for that specific purpose. So I'm very excited. Even if none of my co-hosts will join, I'm super, super excited to show you, to see together. I don't have any prior knowledge, by the way, folks. I just saw the tweet today. I was like, oh, I need to show you this, and I need to be able to like test it out the second it's possible, because I think it's. Let me see if I can just like show you this on the stream. Is this sharing? I don't want it full screen. It's taking over my thing. Anyway, so the live stream for OpenAI, definitely a browser, is going to happen in what, 10 minutes, 13 minutes, and I will just say that I've been using AI browsers for the past maybe 6 months, maybe more, and I haven't switched fully to an AI browser yet, but I definitely have noticed some stuff that I would like and some stuff that I don't like in the browser experience.
Which ones are you using? There's GenSpark.
What's up, Robert?
Comet.
Folks, Robert Scobo is here with us on the stream. Robert, we're also streaming to YouTube as well. If you want to join that, let me know in DMs. I will definitely add you there.
I'm actually running some agents and doing some work. So
yeah, you're always running agents. But I'm using Comet. I'm really enjoying Comet for the agency stuff. I think they cooked. And I am using Dia for some stuff, even though lately they broke it. And what was the third one that you said? I haven't used
GenSpark.
No, I haven't used GenSpark yet. Have you used it? What's unique about it?
I like GenSpark as a company because they're just shipping so much, and they do slides, they do images, they do all sorts of different things, and their system seems pretty good. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to try some of them. I was about to make a tier list, and then I saw Pedro Duarte from Raycast post a list of all of them, and I think let me try to pull up the list. While also I need to make sure that I can like actually restream the live stream. But I think he posted the list. Was it him or the other Raycast guy? I think it was the other Raycast guy, which I know blank on his name. But there's definitely a few of them, and also like we expect Google to step in. Google is definitely not gonna just sit idly by with their Gemini stuff and look at OpenAI launch a browser and say, hey, Gemini is already in Chrome. I have it on Windows. I don't have it on Mac yet. It's so weird. Do you guys have Gemini in Chrome already?
Here and there.
Yeah. So there's like a Gemini button in Chrome for many folks, and for some reason or other, my Mac doesn't have it updated, but my Windows does have it. Oh, we have a new thing on YouTube. The OpenAI's browser is going to be called Atlas, and macOS first with Windows later on, as always. Let me make sure that I can actually stream this, folks. So yeah, so we're gonna very much look forward to in 10 minutes for this release. I just want to make like go here.
Wow, that's pretty exciting, man.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, doing fine. It's a pretty day, here. Oh, now I hear myself once. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, it was my bad. I was just switching to a browser where I can actually restream the thing, the live stream of theirs.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying, just enjoying an incredibly beautiful day in North Carolina today. Sitting outside, just gave a walk, and yeah, we're lucky.
Well, your day is about to get better if you're into this AI stuff, as me and Robert are, and like some other folks who are watching us. By the way, we have more folks watching us than listening, which is great because like we're about to restream, and the watch party usually is a visual thing. I honestly would love for X to give me video capabilities inside spaces so I can like stream into spaces and not just have you guys see my face, but actually like show you um, a shared experience like today. But generally, if you do want to watch from the stream, just jump into the watch YouTube stream in a few minutes. Atlas browser is what's going to happen there. I'm so excited. I gotta, Robert, like, everybody else uses OpenAI almost. I think maybe Perplexity has their own stuff, but they still use like a bunch of models.
Yeah.
Usually, OpenAI, when they innovate with a product like Sora, like ChatGPT, like agents in ChatGPT, like a bunch of like deep research, etc., what they bring is a uniquely fine-tuned oh, I think the music started for their live stream, so I'm going to do that. What they bring is a uniquely fine-tuned model as well. I think that that's very, very like impressive and like differentiator from other projects. And so I'm very excited to see if they have any type of agent in there that can do stuff better than Comet, because Comet relies on other foundational labs.
Well, and then there's all the agentic platforms like Manus, GenSpark again, Flowwith, which is coming with something new, I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see if they take that kind of approach, because those are pretty interesting as well.
I think all is moving in the same direction in a way where you have any platform where from there you plug in like MCPs, agentic capabilities, whether it's a chatbot or a search engine or the IDE itself. So like ultimately it starts to look like a fight for, what's going to be the foundation from where we do most our daily activities. And, IDEs themselves are doing so much. And I'm certainly excited about what a new AI browser could do, and if this is the way to go.
Here's the thing about browsers that I want people to understand. There is a limit of how much OpenAI is able to give you. By the way, just super quick thing before I go on this rant for 6 minutes. Robert and Gabo, can you guys hear the music that's playing?
A little bit, yep.
Yep.
Okay, dope. So that's gonna be the live stream. Just like I lowered it. This is the full volume, and I lowered it a little bit so we can talk. There's a limit in web space of how much OpenAI is able to achieve with their agents. For example, logging into Google is impossible. You cannot log into Google with OpenAI's agent because Google blocks it, because the browser that they're running on their servers is not up to date. So Google is blocking that. That to me is annoying because as a user, I want my agent, my browsing agent, to access the same things that I access, to access X in the way that I access it. Actually, a very interesting thing before going to this browser, Browser Base, which is a company that lets you kind of run browsers online, and they have this thing called Conductor. What is it called? Director. Director is now integrated with 1Password, and I think that is genius. Like today, Robert, I don't know if you've seen this. The agents that use Director have a 1Password integration. 1Password is the password manager that I use. And the second that agent goes into a website that needs my login, instead of calling me and say, hey, user, please log in, which is unsecure, it uses the 1Password extension. And on my Mac, it prompts me to authenticate that specific login, which I think is genius. But still, they have a problem. The problem is they still run the browser somewhere on the internet, and that browser may not be accepted by whatever and blocked by IP ranges. And OpenAI is about to solve this problem for themselves, because a browser that runs on my hardware that is agentic can do stuff for me. And this has been like a big difference for Comet, for example, versus the OpenAI agent. And I use both to do some stuff. Comet is better because I'm logged in and all my sessions are there and Comet is running in the background. And so I think the OpenAI is like taking a big step here, a big step.
I just had GenSpark analyze all the browsers, and it goes into, hey, Google stock is already down 3% this morning because of the news that's coming.
No way.
And it lays out the pros and the cons. Some of the pros of this new OpenAI browser that's expected is it has deep OpenAI integration, access to ChatGPT's full capability without context switching, has operator agent power, autonomous task execution could be a genuine productivity breakthrough, Chromium reliability built on proven stable browser architecture, first mover advantage from OpenAI. It has the brand recognition and existing ChatGPT.
Dude, it has almost 1 billion users.
Yeah, 800 million active users.
800 million as of Dev Day, almost 20 days ago, and I think they're adding like 100 million, I don't know, a month or something. So they're like planned to get to 1 billion users by the end of this year, and maybe as early as December.
So some of the cons it lists, it's a Mac only launch, so no Windows or mobile. Privacy unknowns, autonomous web interactions raise serious data security questions, right? Reliability concerns. We haven't had a chance to really use this and try it with some complex things like coding, right?
My reactions to this is that like reliability concerns. If you use Chromium, use Chromium. Like most of these browsers now use the same engine, and reliability-wise, they're all the same. The other reliability question lies in whether or not the agentic stuff is reliable, and we know that OpenAI leads the pack always in computer use stuff. Every time they release a new agent, for example, it's state-of-the-art on computer use. Then others leapfrog them, but Robert, somebody points out a monopoly risk. Luke Stanley on the live stream says monopoly risk is a fair thing to point out, whether or not like OpenAI is getting too big and then taking a monopoly. But I don't think so. They're not blocking anybody from using their APIs. It's just like they're just serving a better product, no?
Yeah, monopoly. We love monopolies going up, and when they get too big and too powerful, and they slow down or charge too much, then we worry about breaking them up or complaining about them. This is an ascendant company, right? Where like an Apple is established, but boring. It got boring, right? And this happens to every company as it gets bigger, more. Let me back up. I went when I worked at Microsoft back 20 years ago. I wrote a post about Internet Explorer and bashing it while I worked at Microsoft. And Dean Hakamovich called me up. He ran the Internet Explorer team, and he goes, "Come on over. I'm not mad at you, but I want to give you the facts of life, And he went through all the constituencies he has to serve when deciding to put features in or change the browser. And he told me about one. He had one big Fortune 50 company wanted something, and then he had another Fortune 50 company that wanted exactly the opposite thing, right? Yep. And so deciding between all of these constituencies, both internal and external, just keeps a company from innovating quickly, right? And OpenAI hasn't yet gotten to that place yet, right?
And hopefully they won't. Robert,
well, they will eventually, but not anytime soon.
We're almost live. Actually, we're live right now, 11 a.m. my place, 10 a.m. PT. Folks, let's tune in to see what Atlas from OpenAI is going to look like, a new browser experience. Before we start, I would just say,
good morning.
We're starting.
Today, we're going to launch ChatGPT Atlas, our new web browser. This is an AI-powered web browser built around ChatGPT. It's something we've been super excited about and working hard on for a long time, and really excited to share with you today. We think that AI represents like a rare once-a-decade opportunity to rethink what a browser can be about and how to use one and how to sort of most productively and pleasantly use the web. Tabs were great, but we haven't seen a lot of browser innovation since then, so we got very excited about the opportunity to really rethink what this could be. And in the same way that for the previous way people use the internet, the URL bar of a browser and the search box were a great analog, The way that we hope people will use the internet in the future, and that we're starting to see, is that the chat experience and a web browser can be a great analog. So we got to work designing a browser based around this kind of experience. The browser is already where a ton of work and sort of life happens. And we think that by having ChatGPT be sort of a core way to help you use that, that you can chat with a page, you can use ChatGPT to find stuff, you can use an agent mode with ChatGPT in a browser, way more stuff that we'll show you and you can try out later. We can take this pretty far. So we are excited to jump into a demo. Have some colleagues here. We'll start with Ben for introductions, and then we'll show you what we got.
Great, thanks, Sam. I'm Ben. I lead engineering for Atlas. So Atlas started with a question. What if you could chat with your browser? And from that idea, we reimagined the entire experience, replacing years of clutter and complexity with simple conversation. We wanted to make sure that Atlas didn't feel like your old browser, just with a chat button that was bolted on. But instead, we made ChatGPT the beating heart of Atlas. It's always by your side and ready to help as you move across the web. I find that when I use Atlas myself, I'm more curious. I ask more questions. I think it's made me, just like I said, a more curious, better informed person. We also made sure that Atlas is fast and flexible enough to support some amazing new experiences that we'll show you shortly. It's a new kind of browser for the next era of the web, and we can't wait to show you what it can do. So Adam, do you want to take us through some of the features?
Yes, my name's Adam, product lead for Atlas. And as Sam and Ben mentioned, a little bit about why we built Atlas. I'm going to share a little bit about what Atlas is. So first, Atlas should feel very familiar. So it has all of your tabs, bookmarks, autofill for password, all the things you're used to. And then there's 3 special core features of Atlas that Ryan's going to walk you through in a bit. The first is chat comes with you anywhere as you go on the web. So no longer do you have to copy and paste between tabs when you're working on writing an email or a document. As you have that website up, it'll just be right there for you if you invoke it, and it'll have context of what you're working on, so it can be more helpful. That's chat anywhere across the web. The second big feature is browser memory. And we talked a lot about this when we were building it, but memory is such a critical feature in ChatGPT that people and users love today. And that's because as you use ChatGPT more, it just gets more personalized and helps you better and understands you much better. Now that's going to happen as you go on your browser across the web in Atlas. And it just should be more personalized and more helpful to you. And then the third, which we're really excited about, and Justin's going to show this later, is Agent, which is in Atlas, ChatGPT now can take actions for you. It can do things. So it'll actually bring up a little cursor, start clicking around when you ask it to. It can help you book reservations or flights, or even just edit a document that you're working on. And we're really excited to share this with you. So Ryan, our lead designer on the project, is going to show you a tour of Atlas.
Thanks, Adam. All right, so I get to do the demo of the core flows in Atlas. What you should see here is your home screen. This is what you'll be presented with when you first download and open the app, or anytime you create a new tab. We tried to create an experience here that will feel totally familiar coming from a traditional browser, but with all the power of ChatGPT baked in. To that end, you'll see there's a composer in the center of the screen where you could ask Chat a question like normal. You can get to all of your tools, your models, and your sidebar with all of your chat history. So, but because it's a browser, you can do more. Type Hacker News, Chat's going to take me to the URL. I could say, I could reference a bookmark in human language, and it's going to open my commits for this Galaxy diff. You can use browser memory to search your web history for something that you know you've seen before, but you don't know exactly where it is. So let me say, search web history for a doc about Atlas core design. No, I made this somewhere. Searching your browser memories. And there you go. It looks like it found the doc I'm talking about. It's in my Google Docs. If I tap it, you'll see it'll open there. Let's jump back to the homepage for one final feature. So below the composer on Atlas, you'll see suggestions. These suggestions are kind of the first version of personalization in Atlas. It will be generated for you based on what Atlas understands about what you've been up to or might be trying to do next. They can be as simple as a news story it thinks you might be interested in, or as advanced as an agent task that's going to delegate through for you and kind of click through your tabs. The more you use Atlas, the better these suggestions get. And again, it's very much a V0 of personalization, but we're really excited to see where the homepage of the browser goes as we delve deeper onto this. Okay, so that's the home screen. Now I'm gonna hop over to that GitHub example and show you my personal favorite feature. So here I have some code I was working on this morning. It's a shader for a little galaxy generator. And in the top right, there's this Ask ChatGPT button. You'll see this on any website you visit, and when you click it, it creates a companion sidebar. It's basically you inviting ChatGPT into your corner of the internet. You can do all of the things you would expect to be able to do with ChatGPT, but now it can see whatever that specific web page is. It might sound simple, but it's actually been a major unlock for how I use the browser. It's kind of gone from this tool that's very much about displaying information for you to edit into this tool that understands the information it's displaying, and in some cases can even edit it for you. So it has a suggestion here to just summarize the contents of this diff. Let's ask for that and see what it says. All right, it's a commit said even more galaxy. It's updating a few of the visuals and how this particle generator works. This is cool, but what I really want to know is this safe to cherry pick into the RC launching today?
I thought we said no more changes today.
There's always time for one more. Okay, it thinks this is pretty low risk.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I totally agree with that one, but it is just a visual change. And that's side chat. You can use this in a wide variety of cases. Comparing products, bringing it into your own corner of the internet. I use it a lot for pull requests or Slack when I want to summarize a channel I've been reading. It's really useful, and we're excited for you all to try it.
I think also Ben mentioned how it makes you more curious. Now that you have this by your side, you just ask a lot more questions, which I really love about it.
Totally. It's a little bit of a paradigm shift where you go from just having this sort of one call, one response to you can kind of keep workshopping until you get what you're looking for, which is very in keeping with chat.
Yeah, I often find I'm browsing, I just keep this thing open and I just like flow questions into it as I go.
Totally. Speaking of keeping it open, let's take a look at search, which has some more of this side chat to show. So I'm going to search for this movie I want to see. And we've made some major upgrades to search on ChatGPT when accessed via Atlas. So we know that search is kind of one of the core flows in a browser for navigating the internet. And a lot of these searches can be very keyword-based or short. And LLMs traditionally struggle with that, where they don't have enough context to provide a great answer. So one of the first things you'll notice is anytime you search within Atlas, you get these tabs across the top. You can quickly pivot your experience into something more like a traditional search engine with images, videos, or news stories, all without losing that core chat experience on the Home tab. So here, scroll down, some nice images, a few updates on what this is. Let's see if we can find a link. I'll take this Roger Ebert review. It's given it 4 stars. One really interesting thing here is that whenever you click a link from a search result in Atlas, by default, it's going to slide chat over and open the web in a split view. Now, if you don't want that, you can always command click the link or just click the Ask ChatGPT button and close it. But it has this kind of nice property of you have a companion with you as you search the internet. So maybe I want to go to a different review here. I'll try this Yahoo one.
Haven't you already seen this movie? What's your review?
I've seen it twice, actually. I recommend it. Really, really good, actually. Let's just ask for a quick summary of this review. Can you summarize this review in 5 words or less? Maybe we can get to the meat of it.
This is where I think this new model of search is actually really powerful, because it makes it's like a multi-turn experience. Like you can just have this back and forth with your search results rather than just being sent off to a web page. You can use this to really understand.
Totally. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great review.
Huh.
PTA's best.
All right, I have to check it out.
That's a high bar. Definitely go. It honestly is great. Okay, for the last demo I'm going to show you in these core flows, I'm going to hop over to my Gmail drafts. So we know a really popular flow in ChatGPT is to draft some writing in a note or a doc or an email, copy that writing, bring it to ChatGPT, workshop it a bit there, maybe change the tone or tenor, language, spell check, grammar, whatever it may be, get to something you're happy with, copy the output of that, bring it back to wherever you're working, paste it there. With Atlas, we wanted to try to flatten that flow, to something that feels like you can just do it inline on any form field or text box on the internet. So here I have an email. I was writing to one of the other designers on the team about this beautiful shader he worked on for Agent. I can just select the text and hit the ChatGPT nub. Maybe I'll just say, tidy my language. Doesn't look like it was my best to begin with back there.
Now I know why your emails are so polished.
Yes, well, all right, there you go. So you get your update. I could ask for another edit if I wanted. It lets you do all of this in line. Then when I hit update, it's going to take whatever your text selection was, replace it just in that. It allows you to perform really scoped edits in a super useful way. We call it cursor chat. Really excited to see what people do with it. Let's hit send, fire that off to Omar.
Awesome.
There we are. Those are the core flows for ChatGPT Atlas.
That's awesome. Great work, you guys. Thanks very much. So that's a little bit about what makes ChatGPT in your browser just an easier part of your daily work. One thing that you can see a little bit of there, but really comes through when you use it, is this is just a great browser all around. It's smooth, it's quick, it's very nice to use. But now we want to show you a more advanced feature, which is
Agents.
in ChatGPT.
Let's go.
And so Pranav, Justin, and Will are here to show you that.
Hey everybody, my name is Will Ellsworth and I'm the research lead for the agent in Atlas.
My name's Justin. I'm an engineer on the Atlas team.
And I'm Pranav, one of the product leads on Atlas.
And we get to show you how Atlas is able to browse the web and do things for you in agent mode. There's honestly so many different ways you can use this, right? Maybe you want to hand off a task that you're just not interested in doing, or you want it to teach you how to do something in software you've never seen before. This is a preview, but honestly, we've just been blown away by how powerful this agent can be with full access to your browser and your personal internet. That makes safety really important, right?
Absolutely.
And so we've built safety into every part of our stack, from the model all the way to the product experience, which Pranav will tell us a bit more about. But why don't we see it in action?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
All right, so we have been planning a haunted house.
Really excited for
Yeah,
this.
I'm pumped. And for whatever reason, I got roped into being the project manager for this. And we have a Google Doc that we've been using to kind of informally plan out our tasks. And so you can see, some people have filled in their current week's tasks. And unfortunately, there are a couple of issues here. So the first problem is, as you can see by the to-dos, some people have not filled in their current week's task. And so I would love to leave a comment politely reminding them to do so. And then second is, while Google Docs is this amazing tool, we also have some more formal task management software called Linear. And I would love to take all of the current week tasks that have been filled out and convert them into linear tasks, or in the linear verbiage, issues. So the tough part here is I have very little project management experience, don't really know how to use Linear.
I don't know why we put you in charge of this.
Yeah, beats me. But I therefore would love to just delegate this to agent mode in Atlas and have it take care of this for me. And so what I can do is I can click this agent mode here, and you can just find this with the plus button, selecting agent mode. And I'm going to kick this off. And this agent mode tells ChatGPT that I want it to actually take actions on my behalf inside of Atlas. And so you see it has its own cursor. It's going to be clicking around as if it were me, has access to all of my local authentication, all of my history. It should really feel like a natural extension of myself. And I'm going to hand off over to Justin.
Yeah, the team paid a lot of attention to the product experience here, right? We really wanted to make it feel like it was coming alive, and you could see exactly what the agent was doing, so you could start to build trust that it was, doing what you wanted it to.
But yeah, just to emphasize this point, this is ChatGPT in agent mode using your web browser for you locally. It's got all your stuff. It's clicking around for you. You can watch it, or you can't. You don't have to, but it's just like really, it's using the internet for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like right in your tab. And that's one of the cool things about the experience of using Agent in Atlas.
So it looks like it is kicking off. So one thing that's really nice is that I don't need to sit and watch it, right? I can let it just do its thing in the background and use my browser for other things. So here we have a recipe. We're planning a potluck, right?
Yeah, really excited about this recipe.
Yeah, and so I'd like to show you how we can use Agent for things in your personal life. So one thing that I always struggle with recipes is figuring out what ingredients I need to buy, right? It's somewhere in the recipe page, it's some serving size, I need to figure it all out. So I like to use Atlas to ask ChatGPT, what ingredients do I need to buy to cook, do I need to cook this for 8 people. And ChatGPT is going to go ahead and read the web page, figure out the ingredients, kind of do some math for me, and tell me exactly what I need.
So useful.
Yeah, in the past I've told it that I like my shopping list organized by grocery aisle to make it a little easier to shop for. And looking at this, I have most of this, honestly. I just need the meat and the produce. So I'm going to say, can you order the meat and produce for me? And we'll shut off how you can start agent mode by clicking a button, right? Which is really useful if you know to reach for it. But in those moments that you don't, ChatGPT can figure out that the way to accomplish this is to take over your browser, right? You're always in control. You always have the option to approve or reject it. So I'm just going to click continue to hand the task off to agent.
Yeah, and I love how collaborative agent is in Atlas. So you can just hand off your tabs. You can go back and forth, and we've really improved agent a bunch to make sure that it's a lot better and faster at these collaborative tasks. And as you can notice, like at any moment in time, you could take control. And so one thing that's really great about this is like agent already knows that Justin likes to shop at Safeway, on Instacart, and so it knows exactly where to go when all he said was, can you order this for me? And so it's found its way over to Instacart, and it's starting to search. You can see how it like types way faster than I do. And
I pride myself in my typing speed, and this is just blowing me out of the water.
Yeah, so. Exactly, and it started adding items to the cart already. And so I want to take this moment actually to talk about, despite all of the power and awesome capabilities that you get with sharing your browser with ChatGPT, that also poses an entirely new set of risks. And so it's really important to us, in addition to a bunch of built-in safeguards like ChatGPT agent is only ever operating on your tabs. It can't execute code on your computer or access other files. It's just in your tabs. That you're also in control of exactly what you're handing over access to. And so if I open a new tab just to show this off, you always get to decide whether ChatGPT agent is logged in or logged out. And so we really recommend thinking carefully about, for any given task, does ChatGPT agent need access to your logged in sites and data? Or can it actually work just fine while being logged out with minimal access? And that same principle of control carries through to our entire browser experience. Ryan showed off these awesome browser memories that power these suggestions earlier. It's also worth noting that those are completely optional. You can decide whether you turn them on in onboarding or not. You can always see the memories themselves and manage them in settings. And for any time you don't want this to be remembered by ChatGPT, you always can make a new incognito window. And so you'll be able to do this to ask questions like what to do when your palms are sweaty on a live stream.
Asking for a friend, right?
Yeah, of course. And I'm realizing I don't think I want everyone to see the answer to that. So why don't we go back and check?
I don't know if I need you using my computer.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Should we go back and check how the task went?
Let's do it.
So here's our Instacart order. Awesome. You can see that in just about 2 minutes, the agent was able to go through, fill out the cart, and it's just so useful having the cart filled out and delivered to you like this, right? It doesn't need to go all the way to making the purchase order. In fact, it's better for me if I can review what it did and decide to buy or add more things to my cart or whatever else I need to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Cool. And then let's take a quick look at the linear task.
Nice.
And so, yeah, looks like it successfully added these tasks to linear. And it's a little hard to see on the screen, but it's also tagged the right people for each task. One cool feature is it shows you relevant tabs at the bottom, so you can see what tabs it's worked on. So I can go back and check the Google Doc and see, great, it looks like it's tagged all the people who had the to-dos, and it's given them a polite reminder to fill this out.
It's going to save me so much time.
Yeah. And save my job because I was not familiar with this whole project management thing. Yeah. So we've seen a couple of awesome examples of how ChatGPT can actually control the Atlas browser and perform useful actions on your behalf. And so in the same way that GPT-5 and Codex are these great tools for vibe coding, we believe that we can start in the long run to have an amazing tool for vibe lifing. So delegating all kinds of tasks, both in your personal and professional life, to the agent in Atlas. You know, one of the great joys of working at OpenAI is when we release technology, people outside the company always come up with way more creative ideas for how to use it than we can. Maybe we're just not super creative folks, but I'm really excited to see all the unexpected and cool ways that you can use the agent in Atlas, and we're really excited to ship this. So with that, back to Sam.
We are indeed really excited to ship this. We hope you'll love it. So this is going live today for macOS worldwide for all of our users, although agent mode is only available to Plus and Pro users for now. We want to bring this to Windows and to mobile devices as quickly as we can. We think people will, hopefully you'll love this as much as we do. There's a lot more to add. This is still early days for this project. We think the kind of idea that we're excited about is what it means to have custom instructions follow you everywhere on the web, and as you have this agent that you're having do things for you, getting to know you more and more, pulling stuff together for you proactively, finding things that you might want on the internet and bringing them together, which we showed a little bit of. We think we can push that quite far. So we hope you'll check this out. We hope you will enjoy it, and please send us feedback. Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Download now.
I have already downloaded. So, folks, first of all, welcome everybody who's tuning in on the live stream as we did a watch party for the new announcement of OpenAI latest product called ChatGPT Atlas. And now I'm very going to be excited to test it out because I have multiple browsers and multiple agent use cases, and I've been running Comet and Dia and the one that Robert told me I should definitely test it out as well. And so we're gonna test it out right now, live on stream. If you're here with us in the Twitter space, jump over to the live stream as we will introduce Roman. Roman, what's up? How are you? My other co-host here on the live stream, and we're actually gonna test out the agentic browser. Question number one that I have for this browser is whether or not it has access to multi-tab context. Did he mention this? Other
I think
browsers
he did. He had
access?
the relevant tabs, and it told you what tabs it looked at.
Yeah.
So
and so, all right, folks, we will just their YouTube stream just no mind. So, folks, as we say hello to a co-host of Thursday, Niston, we're just going to show you my second screen.
What's up, Norman?
Do an onboarding for OpenAI's browser called Atlas. And you can see the onboarding window here, and they have these little flickers here. That's super cool. I'm going to log into ChatGPT, which I have no idea in which browser is going to take me, probably in their browser. I also asked me to permissions for notifications, which is very important because I want the agents to actually, be able to authenticate. I'm logging in with Google, so I'm not going to show you this super quick. I also don't have 1Password in there, but I'm gonna do the login super quick and then come back to you. Meanwhile, Roman, you said you had a bunch of notes that you were taking.
I was definitely taking a bunch of notes. So they're gonna transfer a bunch of things. It looks like I'm guessing it's like Chromium based, so it's like gonna behave like Chrome. But it also means that tabs and history and memory and passwords, some of those things should come over, which hopefully it's totally fine. I would personally want to look at their terms of service and stuff like that. But that aside, very cool that they can build this whole experience on top of that. I've got a couple quotes and things, but I'll bring them up as they feel relevant though.
Yeah, I will say one thing that I noticed, and I do use a lot of, like I said, agentic browsers that I've been testing out. I'm very excited about this capability, is chat with history. I don't know of another browser solution that gives me chat with history where I can search just by typing, random words. The thing that I saw 3 days ago that kind of looks like this that I don't remember. That feature, I really want to test out. I really want to switch. That feature is only beneficial if you use the browser as your default browser. If you're spanning across different browsers, that's not going to be helpful to you. As we bring on Ryan Constant over there, we're almost ready, folks. I just need the one-time code, so please riff a little bit more on this just for a second. Ryan, what do you think?
By the way, Alex, the memory is what caught my eye. That's why you need this browser versus a Chrome.
Yeah, folks who are tuning into the live stream, we have Robert Scoble on the Twitter space also chiming in as well. Memory that goes with you across the web, and you can like follow the path. I think that's super cool. Ryan Carson, what's up, and what's your reaction to the release of today?
Oh boy, I think Dia is dead. I think Comet's dead.
I can't hear you.
Muted.
can-
Muted.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Ryan.
I
You're
hear
good.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Also, Niston, you're looking very suave today. Well done. Just want to throw that in there. I think this is exciting. I don't think Dia survives this. I don't think Comet survives this. Like all of us use ChatGPT for our personal stuff. Like, so why not just use Atlas? So I'm pumped. Can't wait.
All right, folks, we are logged in, and let's walk through the onboarding experience. You can see my one-time password, but you know my thing. Okay, so this is the ChatGPT Atlas. I'm gonna walk through and talk through it, so folks who are just tuning in, listening to us, will also experience this. We have this like nice window, and it says import from Chrome, import from Safari. The fact that they don't have import from Arc or Dia or Comet or whatever seems that like it's the meme of like, I think poorly of you and I don't think about you at all. They don't really care. Like their competition is like Chrome and Safari. I don't use any of the Chrome and Safaris for the past I don't know how long. So importing data is not going to be working for me. Let's try. I do use Chrome sometimes. It's not logged in there. Allow keychain access. The standard stuff. I'm not going to show you this. And then you're gonna you have to give it permission to like access keychain to store passwords. I'm assuming that this is why. And
Why
another
you do that, Alex? Isn't it interesting they've called it ChatGPT Atlas?
Yeah. I think, and I called it out on I called it out on Twitter, is that there's no point to a standalone ChatGPT macOS app anymore if this takes over. Why would I need the standalone if this has all the features, plus it's right there, it's logged in as me? There's like, I think that they will just port everything in here and just like have a new tab experience. Like, why not? It says, okay, next step after I logged in. Turn on browser memories. Allow ChatGPT to remember useful details as you browse to give smarter responses and proactive suggestions. You're in control. Memories stay private, and there's a link to how it works. We're going to click this link and see. ChatGPT can remember details as you browse and access your web history to provide more relevant answers. That's basically the memory part from ChatGPT where I just talked to it. But now in the browser context, it knows what I browsed. What kind of, NSFW stuff I like, presumably also is going to be in there. But, and
say that.
They don't say this. No. For folks who are listening, this is me riffing completely. They say, decide which sites ChatGPT can see. You can hide the content of a website by adjusting page visibility from the address bar. We're going to test it out. View and manage your data. You can see your web history and browser memories anytime in settings, and always private. Memories are private to a ChatGPT account, and we hit got it, and we obviously turn it on because we know from ChatGPT that memory is significantly improving the experience. There was a point back in ChatGPT's history this year when they turned on memory and people started treating this as an entity. Ask ChatGPT on any website. This is a new feature that they're showing us. Open the ChatGPT sidebar on any website to summarize, explain, or handle tasks right next to what you're browsing. This is similar to Dia. This is similar to Comet. We're definitely going to test this out. This is new. I think Dia maybe has this, but I don't think that Comet has like the little thingy that's like this. I can pull up Dia here. Basically, when you type something and you select it, nothing happens in Dia. You can chat with the selection, but nothing happens. ChatGPT has, I think they called it inline cursor. I think that's what they called it. Basically, when you select in any text field, Google Doc, Gmail, whatever, you select text, you get a pop-up of ChatGPT, and you can talk to it, and that text will be in there.
Did anyone else?
I think it was the like ChatGPT nub. They were saying it was we call it the cursor chat.
Cursor chat.
Where you?
So did anyone else flinch when they said cursor chat? I was like, wow.
Yeah, cursor chat. But like if you think about this, it is right where the cursor is. Yeah,
but they also said nub.
Nub. They did say nub. And okay, set as default browser, folks. I'm gonna click this, and I've been using Arc as my default for a while. It's time for me to dive in. Every new browser that I test, I set it for a default for a week. I recommend folks also do this. Unless you test drive a browser for a week as your default, you can't really know whether or not it's good for you. Browsers are so fucking sticky. browsers are probably the stickiest piece of software ever. It's really plays to Google's advantage, but we have to try. All right, so use ChatGPT Atlas as a new, and then okay, it shows me some images. I joined ChatGPT. Okay, folks, this is very interesting. This is so cool in the onboarding experience. I'm going to save this image as well. They use my. They show me like 3 stats right here. I joined ChatGPT 1,822 days ago. Joined Atlas 4 minutes ago, and I can. There's my name here.
I really like that. This is great.
This is pretty cool. I did not know that 1,822 days passed since ChatGPT was launched. What? Okay. All right. Welcome to Atlas, folks. Have fun exploring the web with ChatGPT by your side. Done. And we're in. This is a browser. This is how it looks. Tabs look a little bit different. There's a slight animation. The new tabs are opening from the left, which is kind of weird, but that's fine. It asks for some permissions. It is logged in as me to ChatGPT, right? We can have an accent color. We can change the accent color. That's pretty cool. Incognito window. This menu is fairly nice. Number one question that I have in all browsers is, how do I install extensions? The find extensions and theme in Chrome Web Store. So you can go to Chrome Web Store, install 1Password. It's already logged in for me because I logged into ChatGPT via Chrome. So like, here's my Chrome profile as well. And the window popped in on a different screen, but basically add extension is working exactly the same.
There's a main complaint about this. Does uBlock Origin work? Because this is the one.
uBlock Origin doesn't work on Chrome-based browsers anymore, so uBlock Lite is the solution.
Yeah, but does that work?
Oh, does the Lite work?
That's the main thing people are making fun of because they watched on the stream
they watched ads
that I'm making fun of.
Yeah.
Just say that. It's like, wow, this is the web with ads. I've never seen it before.
Right.
Oh, Alex, I'm annoyed. You beat me. I'm only 1,054 days ago on ChatGPT.
Bro, I joined immediately. I joined immediately. What do you mean? All right, I allow full access. So I have given it access to my 1Password. So now I'm logged into 1Password, which is, if you use any browser, that's step number 1. Do not use the browser password manager, folks. This is my strong recommendation for you. I'll tell you why in a second. All right, we're in. We have solutions. Folks are saying uBlock Origin works on Brave. Yeah, that's great. We should test out the uBlock Origin. No search results found. uBlock. It's not on Chrome extension. Add block. Oh, I'm looking at my extensions. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong thing. uBlock Origin is not here. uBlock Origin Lite is here. So let's add this just because I don't want ads. All right. What should we test, folks? So there's a few things. Roman, you've been taking notes. There's a few things. First of all, let's talk about the new tab experience. Every browser's new tab experience is the main thing, the face of the browser, right? New tab experience looks like ChatGPT, has the same drop down of the ChatGPT 5, and legacy models are all here. Folks, this is what I mean when I say, Roman, you dropped off, so feel free to come back up and let me know if you don't want to be back up. I just pulled you up here.
I was having some technical things. I'm back. I can hear Ryan now. It's all good.
All right. So again, folks, new tab experience looks like ChatGPT. And when I ask it, now there's a combined thing where it's both a question, like, how do I boil eggs? This is very similar to Dia, by the way. This is the same experience in Dia. You can the default is to go and talk to ChatGPT about this question. But if you do Command Enter, you have a suggestion to Google it. And it's like the 5th suggestion. So as far as I understand, most people will just do this and ask this. They also have their own search. So, let's say, who's the hosts of Thursday AI podcast? So look at how beautiful this is. The first suggestion is chat with ChatGPT. Second suggestion is Google. And you have these auto suggestions, which are like cards. So it pulled up the Thursday AI podcast. It pulled up me. But I want to see if you can find the hosts. Searching the web, search and boom, it has a new search experience. It found my face. Alex is the host of Thursday AI, but who are the co-hosts? So we can keep chatting. Question. Yeah, you can do a follow-up question with the search, and
I want to see more like the agentic side, what it can do. Like, can it go on like Yahoo Japan and tell you what the top news item was every week of the year or something? Or like what were the top news items on Yahoo Japan this year?
Agentic
do
stuff
that?
coming up. I just want to
okay.
make it clear. We're still
I
like
just-
talking about the basic stuff. I'm so excited about the agentic stuff. I already have folks in the comments, and folks, if you have comments about like what to test, Sean suggested, very curious to see Alex's pre-Thursday prep task. I have a prep task for agentic that fails on most agentic stuff. It gets stuck, it goes to X, gets my bookmarks. I would love to test it out live on stream, but I'm like in the process of just like the basic stuff. I want to understand the browser fully. In the search experience, you can now, folks, this is like a direct attempt at killing Google from ChatGPT. This is a direct attempt at Google's throat. This is a new browser, Chromium based, although, and Chrome extensions, blah, blah, blah. But the default search goes to ChatGPT in the browser. It has regular search, which they have search results that look ChatGPT-ish. These are not Google. Wait, hold on. There's a link to Google still. But these results are not Google. They said something about their own web search. They have images search, which is also their own. There's a bunch of pictures of me and pictures of, I don't know who this is. They have videos that they search, probably Google. They did not find Thursday, weirdly. So the search of this is not that great. And they have news, which I don't know what news is. Also irrelevant. And we have some other folks joining. We have the whole Thursday crew here. Welcome, LDJ. Welcome, Jan Pelek. Folks, we're just like running through the basics of the new Atlas browser in ChatGPT. So folks are agreeing that, like, you know, ChatGPT is going to on Google search. We also, very important, in the search results, drop down is here. So I can, the Pro does not support search, but the thinking does. So let's say I followed up and said, it doesn't look like Thursday has fixed co-hosts. I can switch to thinking, which is ChatGPT with longer thinking, and say, yes, it does. Find out who they are. So I can follow up on search results in a conversational manner. And I think this is big. This is definitely big. Folks are still coming in. We still haven't gotten to the agentic stuff yet, which is a very important thing for me. Meanwhile, I will ask it to follow with ChatGPT Pi thinking to find the co-hosts, who are, by the way, here on the stage. Nistan Tuyira, Ryan Carson, LDJ, Jan Pelek, Wolfram is also on vacation, but like he's also a co-host. And Roman is a co-host also from time to time. For now, it went and searched the web. I want to test out the let's say go to x.com, which I need to log into X for sure. I will sign in with my now installed 1Password extension, which is not able to sign in, but fine, it should be able to sign in. And then we will see if, give me a second. We will see if I can.
Your screen, by the way.
I know, but this is the enter code, so this is the two-step. Thank you, DJ. This is the two-step, so I don't care about this. I want to see how it can help me write better banger tweets. Okay.
While you do that, Alex, does anybody know what technology this is built on top of? Is it a fork of Chromium, or what do we know?
We can go into settings for this, and then we can go into. Whoa. Okay. It's definitely Chromium, but they don't expose it. So usually when forks of Chromium show you the.
Can you press Option Command I? Like, is the.
Oh, Chrome inspect?
Yeah.
Inspect is here.
Yeah, that's Chromium.
Definitely Chromium. Yeah. DevTools is here.
Oh, there's Lighthouse, right? If you go to Lighthouse on the dev extensions, it should show what the user agent it is. No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's Chromium. It's Chromium. Yeah,
it's Chrome,
it's a Chromium based. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, so we'll close this. Okay, I want to write a banger tweet. So I select this. Folks, this is the knob that they're talking about. You guys see this little thingy? When you select, you have this little ChatGPT icon, or I guess OpenAI icon, that is the size, the color of the XM color that you choose. Let me choose purple. And then this is the color. And then you can basically, after you select, you can interact with this in line.
Is there a
you can
keyboard shortcut to highlight it or to press that button? Or you have to click it because it's so tiny?
Bro, that's a good question. Do they have keyboard shortcuts here in settings? Personalization, customize GPT, manage memories, chat history, summarize web pages on this device. I don't know what this is. Agent mode. We still didn't do agent mode. Web browsing.
The summary feature might actually be good if it takes everything you've read. Like if you're doing research on stuff and reading a bunch of papers and whatever, and it actually takes that into context and doesn't just use it as a rag, that might be pretty good for research.
Well, to be fair, when you're typing a tweet and then you go to click send, before you click send, you have to usually put your hand on your mouse to move over to the post button.
True.
Right? So, yeah.
No, you just hit tab enter. That's what I do.
Oh, it's true. Okay. Yeah.
About
because I know that once you follow up here, it's gonna have like the command enter to let you like follow, like say something else.
Yeah. All right, so I selected the tweet that I had, and I said write a banger tweet, and it wrote OpenAI just dropped Atlas, a web browser with ChatGPT built in, not bolted on. The browser is the agent now, dude. I'm gonna I hit update, and it replaced the context of whatever I had with this thing, and PS the browser wrote this on its own. This is super cool, folks. This is super cool because we'll see how this performs if it's a banger. So basically, this is the, what do they call this? The knob and the cursor thing. It only works within text areas, right? So if I select this, nothing happens. I'm assuming if I ask ChatGPT about this, yeah. If I click Ask ChatGPT, it has access to the selected text. So like you can ask it to like rewrite this thing. So it will have access to the selected text and the context of the page. Here's a puncher rewrite of your post. OpenAI just dropped Atlas. Blah blah blah. Shortcuts. We didn't figure out shortcuts. Anybody know shortcuts already? No. Let's go to settings. I haven't seen any keyboard shortcuts.
When you tried to hit that button, the like replace, there was like a command icon next to it. Command enter would have replaced, and then if you kept hitting enter, I think you would have continued to chat.
Ah, okay. So in the inline thing, there's the update and cancel, and another update. That's all.
So there's an enter button. Yeah.
They're probably gonna add
like
that.
watch, start typing something real quick, and you'll see that that enter button is no. Okay. So it has. Yeah, it's giving you hints. I don't know. I thought I saw something. I didn't. I guess.
Oh, I see. So we need to figure out shortcuts because every browser is, if you're not, you cannot use a browser without shortcuts. At least
I just saw something, Alex. So click on the far left above the X logo, all the way left. There. Click that. That's your ChatGPT history. I don't know if you saw that, but
oh wow, okay,
on the web page too,
everywhere.
So this is literally. This is why, Ryan, this is why I said ChatGPT is basically gone, right? Like this is, folks, ChatGPT is now, the ChatGPT Mac app is now built fully into the browser, I think almost fully. Like we'll see, maybe there's no MCP here, so maybe that is still in ChatGPT land, but yeah, GPTs are here.
Wait, open Codex, will it open in the browser? Oh, no, okay, no.
No, it will open in the browser, why not? It's just like, it will change.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like ChatGPT opens all the chats in here.
Is it
wait, so you can have a chat with ChatGPT with ChatGPT on the side?
No.
Wait, hang on. Can they?
No. There's no button anymore.
Together, like, remember we could do that with Edge, that you would open a site with ChatGPT and then
we definitely can do that. Let's go to thursdai.news.
No, I mean, if you just go on let's say Claude, can you have ChatGPT talk? Like, can it see directly in one step what you're talking to Claude or DeepSeek or whatever?
Oh, you're saying AI, another AI?
Yeah. Can you make two of them interact together?
Let's see.
I just ask you a random question.
When you're doing it in agent mode, it looks like it takes over the screen. It has that sort of like cover blue shimmer thing.
Yeah, we didn't get to agent mode yet. Folks, this is for the later in the stream. I'm so excited about agent mode. I know. This is what
so much.
Okay, this is what everybody wants to hear. Agent mode is like, I think, the biggest piece about this browser. But I want the full review of how to use the full browser and compare it to other browsers as a browser, because they said they had two segments in the live show. First of all, the browser itself, memories, etc., but also then the other side. So the other thing that I really want to chat about is history, right? So this supposedly has access to all of the history that we had. So when you open a new tab, which is Command T, which works, so shortcuts are here for sure, and I just can't find them. Would love if folks who are also tuning in will tell me where the shortcuts are. They're here. Site settings, payment methods. What? They have payment methods. Okay.
Well, Chrome saves payment.
Oh, so like credit cards, etc. Yeah. So there is the all the Chrome settings are here. Accessibility, maybe shortcuts. Accessibility, live caption, live translate, caption preferences, copy to clipboard confirmation, swipe between pages. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. So now I want to say, what was that podcast I was looking into? Right. So if I don't remember Thursday, I can hit this and okay, it doesn't know about this. They did this on stream somehow? There's like search history or something. Do you guys remember? I think there was a keyword that they used to be able to search the history stuff. I will try to remember this again. Maybe let's go to youtube.com/chat OpenAI. So one feature that really interests me, no, shut up here, is the feature that they just had. How can I find this? Atlas. The feature that they just announced that said they can search your history for you. And I think he talked about a specific where blah, 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 picks up where. Oh, this is the introduction video. That's not what I was looking for. He said, search for history. Let's see. Search my history for that podcast I was looking for. So supposedly there's a tool. Yes, it worked. Okay, folks. So the ChatGPT agent, sorry, not agent yet. The ChatGPT that's built into Atlas has tool use of Atlas itself. Okay, it can talk with tabs and it can search history. And I asked, search my history for that podcast I was looking for. And it said, I checked your recent history for anything related to podcasts. I only found ChatGPT thread titled Thursday podcast host from earlier today, nothing from an external site. Do you remember roughly when you were looking? So it did find what I was looking for, which was great. And I think that this feature is going to be a banger, specifically because chatting with your history is something like, I remember watching the whatever, and so okay, that's banger. So let's sum up before we go to agent. We have ChatGPT with all its history on the left, literally the ChatGPT app on the left sidebar. The shortcut for this is there a shortcut for this? It has to be. It has to be. Come on. Interesting call out that somebody shared in notes. But folks, in comments, if you have if you have any idea about how to like customize shortcuts, I really want to, because I really want to chat with ChatGPT as a shortcut. Okay. So it has the left sidebar for ChatGPT. It has the main new tab where you can ask ChatGPT or type a URL or upload things. And it looks like you can add tabs into context, which is great. This is new. So like in ChatGPT, you can upload a file, you can upload some context, you can paste things. Here you can add a full page. So let's go to like sub.thursdai.news, let's say. So I'm here. Let me read it first. And then let's take like this last thing. So I have a tab open, and I can go to a new tab in ChatGPT, and I can add. Yes, this works. I can hit the add sign and add the website that I want as a concept, as context, and say, I summarize this. Or you know what? I have a...
What about like a paper or
what is internal knowledge?
Or maybe like a blog, like, I don't know, maybe like Karpathy's blog or a paper or something.
Yeah, what is internal knowledge?
Internal knowledge is like this is new. This is company stuff, but I'm on my private ChatGPT account, so I haven't seen internal knowledge yet. Browser memory is also new here, which is great. But let me again add my... You want a paper? I have a paper. The paper is called Aegen. GAE on. I think this one. Yeah. This is a new paper. Let's find it.
While you're searching, I'll say, gosh, good thing. I'm glad Dia got acquired before this happened.
Yes, their stock would go down.
Zero
Yes.
right now.
I didn't even know they got acquired.
Yeah, Atlassian.
By
Oh,
Atlassian.
cool.
Yeah, everyone's like, what?
All right, so I have my downloads.
Yeah.
Let me.
Jira bought 2 browsers.
I think the paper stuff is going to be the same one, right? Like Nistan, like whatever ChatGPT already had. We know that experience. It doesn't change with the browser. The thing that does change with the browser is my research flow that I want to show you guys. Go ahead, Nistan. I'll just like pull it up.
Yeah, we'll just try that after. I'm still interested to know that if you're in a deep conversation with another chatbot, like let's say I don't know, you're trying out DeepSeek or Claude or whatever.
Yeah.
Can ChatGPT then kind of like summarize it and make notes of it somehow, or is it like can it keep more than one? Like if you're talking to 2 other windows, can it do both of them? That would be really handy if you're doing if you're looking a whole bunch of crap about something, and then if you can just say, hey, just grab all of these tabs.
Yes. So the way that the Dia does this, the way that Comet does this, is when you open the agent on, the chat sidebar on one of the pages, you can tag the other ones. Here, doesn't seem to work from the side chat. It does work from the new chat, right? So I can like tag Cloud Code on the web and another tag like this. No, I can only do one. Come on, OpenAI. Yeah, okay, folks. So like it looks like the browser cannot access multiple tasks at all. It only multiple tabs. It only access like one tab as context, which is a great limitation. So Dia is not dead yet, and Comet is not dead yet. Because if you guys want to see how it looks in Comet, it looks like this. So you go in here, and then you like tab and you can add one tab, second tab, third tab, and all of the context of those tabs will get into the chat, which is super useful because you're doing multi research. ChatGPT, they said they can follow you through this to the tabs itself, but that's not what I want. I want all the context for all these tabs. Summarize and help me learn. All right, folks, I think it's time for agentic mode. Yeah, I think we've covered pretty much all the features. Somebody did say ask ChatGPT how to use set key bindings and how to set key bindings in the new ChatGPT Atlas browser. Let's see. Another thing that I noticed as a limitation before we get to agent, I know I'm like I know annoying you with this, is that the chat itself doesn't have voice input. So if you go to this does testing 1 2 3. So the new tab experience does, but the side experience, the side chat experience. Oh no, it does. Sorry, my bad. I just didn't see it on the release. Where was I in the search? ChatGPT. I kind of lost it. Okay, good question. As of now, custom key bindings on ChatGPT Atlas, the new browser of ChatGPT, is not officially supported. Here's a summary of what we can do. Within the regular ChatGPT, blah, 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 what you can't assign, workaround, blah, blah. So it doesn't look like Atlas has key bindings, which means it's not that good for advanced users. Righty, folks, agent time. Let's move on to the second part of this. So far, this is a browser with ChatGPT built in. This is ChatGPT in a browser. This is probably what's going to replace the desktop app for most people, because why would you have both? It makes no sense unless you have a very specific feature that you need, like MCP. But the second big thing is the browser can do things for you. And this is where Comet comes in. ChatGPT, Atlas, and Comet can both run things for you. So we're going to try this right now. We are going to hit agent mode. And agent mode. Oh,
that's cute.
That's cute. Yeah. The little OpenAI logo rotates when you hover it with rainbow colors. Agent mode is fairly similar to how agent mode works in ChatGPT, but the big difference is, and I talked about this in the beginning of the stream, is it's logged in as me. And so it can do stuff, and you can select it to do stuff to log into Twitter, for example. So let's do a simple task. Let's see agent mode. Ooh, it's beautiful. It shows us this little cursor that says, what should we do today? This cursor is very similar to how Is it running away from me? It's running away from me.
Maybe tell it to find a venue for like a Weights and Biases meetup in New York City or something.
I want something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's.
You probably have to.
No, dude, it's 12. I want some food. Get me some food via Uber Eats. For this, I probably will need to flash my address to show you this, guys. So maybe not the best idea. But I am hungry.
Dude,
So
the real agentic thing would be like track all my macros and make a meal prep plan and find out what's on sale to just buy and then time out the.
So here's an actual,
yeah.
Nista, here's an actual thing that I do have, which is my prep for ThursdAI. And here's the prompt. You're an agentic system with access to a browser, helps me prepare notes for ThursdAI. Go to X, go to the browsers, get all the bookmarks, and then for each post, open the post, new tab, blah, 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 and here's the output format exactly as I need. It needs to be logged on. Let's just see how it works. Agent mode may introduce risk. I'm getting this pop-up that says you can perform complex tasks in your browser. In logged-in mode, this is also novel that I haven't seen in other browsers. In logged-in mode, ChatGPT can access your logged-in sites, making it faster to complete tasks. ChatGPT is built to protect you, but there's always some risk that attackers could successfully break your safeguards, take actions. You can use logged out mode for reduced risk. I obviously want logged-in mode, but I think the fact that they suggest this is great. And so they're starting agent mode, and it switches to the right side, and it opens the actual browser window that's like highlighted with the little cursor thingy. And it has options to take control, to stop, and it has the cursor thing that like thinks and then decides what to click on. So basically, go ahead, Ryan.
I don't think people can see it quite as clearly on YouTube, but if you do this locally, that shimmer, that white shimmer, is really cool.
It's cool.
It's very bright. Like
yes.
it looks gorgeous.
It shows you also. I think it's according. Yeah. So this is the highlight. I think that I chose, the purplish. So probably the next time is going to be like according to my highlight color. This is way slower, by the way, than Comet. So Comet would have already ripped through this, and for now we're still waiting. But ChatGPT shows you like a little summary of what it's gonna do. It says, "I'll open each tweet," and it failed at that. It's very interesting. It clicked the username and not the tweet name. So actually, this is pretty bad so far. Ooh, pretty bad. Should I put a comment face to face with this while we're here? Let's do it. So while ChatGPT runs, I will go to use comment and I'll do the same thing. I have this book. I have this bookmarks like here. Bookmarks. Snippets. Hold on. Snippets. Bookmarks. Yeah. Okay. So I have the same bookmark. Comment is already logged into X. So we're going to take a look at how comment works. Okay. So it goes and. Ooh, this is interesting. It says doing multiple things. Did you guys see this? So ChatGPT browser takes over, and this is new. Comet, I think, does one thing at a time. ChatGPT agent does one thing at a time. This says doing multiple things and shows me opening multiple web pages. It opens up the tweet, etc. It searches, so there's a new UI for it to actually do in search. Opening 3 tabs. I don't see the tabs that it's open, so there is some background processing here as well. And okay, I think it went for another tweet now. You can see all the history here that it does. I'm opening the tweet from Alexander Doria to blah blah blah. Meanwhile, Comet is also doing some stuff, and you can see that this is a Comet. The experience is the same, but like it feels quicker. It uses Claude Sonnet for this. So in Comet, you can also see you cannot see the button, but it also does some of the stuff. Right. As ChatGPT continues, the very interesting fail mode for this agent test that I have is that Twitter has a bug that these agents don't know about, that I know about as a user, where you scroll through bookmarks and suddenly you get bookmarks from like a year ago or half a year ago. Like they really have a bug in the bookmarks thing. If you scroll too much, you have to restart. And part of my prompt is bookmarks from last week, specifically bookmarks from last week. And so, and I think ChatGPT just caught it. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's a tweet from Mustafa Suleiman referencing AI operating systems. This is after my threshold, October 16 midday, which is exactly last week after Thursday. I'll go ahead and open it, even though the exact time isn't specified. Okay, so this is agent mode. It's gonna take a while. So agent mode is hard to like show, but meanwhile, I will pause here and ask folks other things about this browser that excite you. Will you? Okay, put you on the spot. Thursday crew is here. Will you put this browser as your default browser today? Those of you who are on the Mac instant, the question probably.
Yeah, I'll do it today. I mean, I don't see why not. It's already better than Dia, and it's already connected to ChatGPT, so no brainer for me.
No,
I think it's worth at least trying. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No,
I'm not doing it. No.
Why not?
Not with the telemetry.
Oh yeah,
by default.
Yeah, the telemetry is enabled by default in data controls.
Wait, is Google's telemetry not the same?
Not with Chromium.
No, with just regular Google Chrome.
Chrome.
Like full Chrome.
I think so, but they're
you don't use Chrome?
They're sending all this stuff to. No, I just use plain Chromium and DuckDuckGo.
I love how Nissan is like the 0.1% of the world that's going to care. That's why I love you.
Yeah.
At least he's standing
that's right. It's my property rights. It's my digital property. It's mine. I'm not gonna trust some company that automatically just makes me sign it off on the thing. So I don't do that. I mean, I might use it agentically once they release like the Android one, because that one you can automate. But yeah, I don't touch any of the browsers. Like I mean, I tried Zen maybe, but then I just switched back to just plain Chromium.
Yeah.
See, at least you're being consistent. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so while we'll talk about this, a few folks have asked if they have a checkbox for telemetry. Yeah, folks, if you go to general settings and data controls, you scroll down, there's two. There's improve the model for everyone, which you should set to off. If you are paying for the product, you shouldn't also improve it for everyone. But also scroll down, you go to help improve browser and search, usage logs, and turn this off as well. Share logs, which may include publicly known URLs to help improve browsing and search. If you don't want to share this, don't. And also, somebody asked if this is for free or paid users. This is free for paid users. So everybody who pays for Pro, Plus, and Go will get access to this browser starting today on a Mac account. Other folks are saying, is there security concerns? There are absolutely security concerns, because browsers can now prompt inject into agents. So if you have an agent, what is going on? I think it's done. I think it's going and finishing off the task. So we'll take a look. Yes, thank you, Lewis. Lewis just posted Simon Willison's Agentic Browser Security post, where Simon Willison, a friend of the pod, a great friend of the pod, is talking about the fact that websites can prompt inject into your browsing agent experience. So while you think you're going to get food, they will send you very expensive food, for example, and your browser will just select it. So that's interesting piece number one. Number two is ChatGPT specifically has agent mode. ChatGPT Atlas has agent mode where it logged in and logged out experiences. They give you this option. This is new. I haven't seen this in Comet, and Dia and Comet kind of assume you're logged in. ChatGPT lets you not have any cookies. This is very similar to how ChatGPT agent works on ChatGPT.com. And the third thing that I wanted to talk about is where we're going to get to at some point, and hopefully the browser will get to as well, is browser base and 1Password integration. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is not related to today's news about Atlas. I just played with it today. If you go to browser base's new thing called director, again, what's it called? Producer. I have it open, and you connect 1Password to it. The agent that uses that password will prompt you to authenticate with your 1Password app. It's super cool. It's just I just want to show how cool this is, because I'm super excited. You want to see? Director. It's called Director. So here's an example. I'll pull the Director tab. This is me within Arc. So here is an example of a browser that is unsuccessfully not being able to log into Twitter because I think Twitter has issues. But basically, you have this button that says they have some UI bugs. Let me try again. You go here and you say login with 1Password. Come on.
Twitter has a lot of layers that prevent you from farming it. It's like in the way the pages render and stuff. There are moats in that code everywhere.
In which code?
On Twitter, on X, the website.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they prevent automation. So here's a not ChatGPT browser. Here's a browser that's automated with StageEngine and browser base, but supports 1Password. I just want to show you guys the flow that I think all browsers should get to, especially agentic ones. If you ask it to go and log in, it will go to.
Right now,
I am sharing the. I'm not sharing.
Nope.
Ooh, this is my bad. Thank you. Okay, here is the. Here's the thing. Okay, so I asked it to log into Substack. This is not ChatGPT Atlas. This is Browser Base's director that they just launched today with the integration of 1Password. You can see that it went somewhere. At some point, it will say, "Hey, you need to log in," and then it will ask the user to log in. And I have this 1Password thing, and you guys can see this UI is 1Password app, the new nightly app in 1Password that's connected to browser base. So basically what happens here is the agent that runs somewhere in the cloud sends a request to my 1Password, and I can authenticate this with Touch ID. So I can see exactly where it's going to go and log in. And then it's going to use those credentials to log in my stead. This is the experience that I want. The OpenAI gave us the experience of logged in or logged out. I'm now logged into Substack, and this is great. Yeah, this is perfect. And you guys can see my email of Substack. It's fine. This is dope. This is exactly what I want, and I wanted to show you. And we're probably definitely going to talk about this on Thursday. Okay, I'm going to close this. So back to our agent. Oh, folks. Okay, one more thing. The agent browser. The agent tab is highlighted by this little cursor thing in the tab interface. So you can always see, even if you tab away, which tab is agentic right now. And then you hover it and it's notes prep. Okay, folks, I think we're almost there. Finally, it's notes. Can I just say this thing? Rentry.co is this markdown paste service that I use sometimes to paste markdown. None of the other agents were able to get to this point in my agentic task. All of them failed in Rentry specifically because of how it's built. So I'm very excited to see that this succeeded. This is taking a little bit longer than I want. And you know what? I don't want to be on this tab. I want to see if notifications also come in. Because one of the biggest things with agentic things, as you guys know, in Cursor, in AMP, in some other places, when the agent wants your attention and you don't know about this, you're like, oh, I forgot to go and check that the agent asked me for something small, and then an hour passed and oops, I didn't order food. Happened to me yesterday. I almost ordered food and I was hungry for an hour. It's like, oh crap, the agent didn't book it. Yam, go ahead. I see you have comments. Yam.
Yeah. First, really cool. Surprising. Alex, you've been using Comet for a while, right?
Yep.
On daily
Not
basis.
as my main one, but yes.
Okay, so I got a question. Respectfully, why do we need that level of integration into the browser? I mean, when looking at Cursor and full IDEs in contrast to plugins, for example, AI plugins, it makes sense. You really need the deep integration that Cursor has. I mean, this is why they shipped a full editor. So why do we need here a full browser? I mean, as someone that didn't use any of these browsers, my question is, can't we just have, I don't know, a browser plugin that controls the browser?
Great question. I think I don't know about the plugin, but Chrome extensions specifically are super restricted. There's very, very limited things that you can do with Chrome extensions, especially extension 3. Like uBlock Origin, for example, went away because Chrome moved to Manifest version 3. That restricts you from doing stuff, and it keeps updating. The security The security extension stuff is a nightmare because they can update without your choice. Native browser, like any native app, has way more access to the stuff that they want to do, like proxying things and making sure that they render properly and open up different tabs. So this has 2 tabs. Chrome extension cannot do this. Chrome extension cannot build a sidebar for you. Chrome extension can like inject a sidebar into a web page. So Chrome extensions are like a non-starter. You cannot like get to this level of what you want. You can start with a new page, but also there's like paywalls. Yeah, Sean is right. Like automating the browser is like it's hard, and this gives them access to every site. Specifically though, the agent stuff is, I think the question that you asked is very important for me to answer. ChatGPT agent existed for a while. We've all been using this. We've been talking about this for a while. Suppose it was like agents before, and then it was built into the agent experience in ChatGPT. That thing fails to log into Google because the browser that they're running in the sandbox environment, Google blocks. I talked about this a bit in the beginning of the stream. Google cannot block this. This is my freaking browser. If Google blocks this, I will stop using Google because like I cannot use Google, right? So ChatGPT, by offering me a browser with ChatGPT baked in, they're basically giving their agent the same access that I have to all my tabs with that security in mind. Yeah, and I think that's a very important step for them. Like it's almost as if, you know, Mark Zuckerberg always complained that Facebook is like paying 30% to Apple and is like locked into Apple ecosystem, and complained about this like all the time. This is the step, and I think we covered this on Thursday. This is the step of OpenAI down to the level. So you have the operating system level, macOS, Windows, iOS, Android. And then you have the browser level, Chrome, mostly Chrome. 90% of people use Chrome, but also Safari on browsers, on iPhones, and other ones. And then you have the web. ChatGPT started in the web, and then it started to try to do some searches, whatever, but it's restricted to the web thing. And I think this is like a great step from OpenAI to step down to the stack to the browser layer that allows them to do way much more, their agentic stuff and also the user experience. You know, it would make sense they're going to step down again. And this is, I think, Johnny Ive, where Johnny Ive comes in, right? Like when they have a full operating system of their own, when they have a device of their own, then they will control the full stack and not only be beholden to, like, you know, macOS security policies, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a user, what do you use agentic browser for? Just on daily basis, like real usage.
I literally yesterday ordered food with Comet, and this is the second time I ordered food with Comet. And I decided that on a daily basis, I don't actually care that much about exactly what it gets me. Like, you know, I want to try new food sometimes with that I order. I don't order every day, but like I sometimes order. And as long as it shows me the examples, I did order flowers for my mom. Just go and browse. I use ChatGPT deep research for tons of stuff. And what happens to me is that after deep research, but I'm going like after deep research, I kind of pause and I do the things manually that like deep research got me, right? So yesterday, for example, I did like a carpet cleaning thing. I did deep research. It gave me the carpet thing. It would be cool if the agent go and actually told me like, hey, do you want to book it for tomorrow without talking to anyone? It would be cool. So yeah. Every week, though, I prepare notes for Thursday. Folks who are listening and tuning in, all of this crew is a co-host of a show called Thursday that we go live on Thursday. If you're new to all of this, please join us. Follow me on Twitter. Follow everybody. We go live every Thursday on Thursday.news. I prepare the notes automatically with both agents now. Like I open Comment, I open ChatGPT, and they run and go to my bookmarks and do the thing that I need and post it in the proper place. I do this actively every week, and this agent task has been evolving because I needed a very specific format. I need to share it, like etc.
Reliable enough to count on it every week that it's going to.
It's still my stuff, right? So like I go and bookmark the important stuff.
Yeah.
I just like the manual work of summarizing every of the page, which I used to do with ChatGPT anyway. Now it's all into one. It goes to the bookmarks, open all the links, puts all the links in the right format for me. You know my format, right? Like the 10 facts and the summary and the links and everything. I want that to happen. Like I used to spend a lot of time on this, and now I want this to be automated.
And you use Comet every week for that. That's
Comet really and Agent since I had them every week. Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool.
All right, folks, we're done. It took 16 minutes. Let's take a look. This is my workflow. I pulled the Thursday bookmarks, and there were only 2 posts after last Thursday afternoon. It's not a big week yet. let's double check this. Yeah, you're right. Let's double check. We go to X, we go to bookmarks, we go to Thursday bookmark. We have 1 23 hours ago, 2 October 20th, and October 16th. Yeah, this So the new browser for ChatGPT we didn't bookmark yet, so we bought this, and I probably should add this somehow.
So it can do full out Twitter navigation. Like it just did it.
Right? It did it. It took 16 minutes, but it did it. It would have taken me 3, but also it's 16 minutes that can do something else. One thing that I want to highlight is, first of all, it did the job correctly. So all the links are in the right place. So if I paste this to my notes, I can show you guys how my process looks, because I don't care. It's open sourcing my process here. I have Reflect Notes, which I love, which, by the way, I can open. Okay, so I use Reflect Notes as my note taker, and you guys sometimes see this on the show as well. So this is my note taker without the UI. But Reflect also works on the web. I can literally tell it to go create a new entry on the web, just do it. Sorry, Nissan, go ahead.
Can you summarize the task again for the audience? Like
yes.
What exactly?
What was the prompt? What did you prompt? The exact prompt? What did you tell it?
This is my exact prompt. Hold on, I'll show you. This is my exact prompt. You're in the Agentic system with access to a browser that helps prepare notes for Thursday. 1. Go to x.com, navigate to the Thursday bookmarks folder, and open every bookmark with a date later than the last Thursday afternoon. So it has to figure out the date, because I don't want older news, right? The show covers news that happened this Thursday to Thursday. Do not skip any posts that have been bookmarked. Processing all of them is very important. For each post, open the post in a new tab. Open any links included in the post itself in the original thread. Ignore user comments, just the original thread. These can be Hugging Face links, archive links, blog posts related to the thing. Open all of the links included, usually Hugging Face blog posts. For each of the posts, summarize the information in a specific format, all in a markdown code block. And this is the format that I want exactly. 1 sentence title with the links, executive summary, and 10 facts. Focus on metrics, things I can highlight. If there's no Hugging Face, skip that. Paste all summaries in chronological order into a free markdown hosting service, either new GitHub gist or Rentryco. Entries should be listed in chronological order. If a bookmark is unavailable, blah, blah, blah. And then I have notes that I kept attaching to this because it kept failing, right? Sometimes the XUI shows bookmarks jumps, so make sure to review the whole list. Opening tweet and new tabs is best done by clicking the timestamp. Markdown service not collaborating, just paste, blah, blah. I have a bunch of updates in the thing. So basically, the process that I fine-tuned. And this is done it very well.
This is, I think this is one of the first things I see just doing it in one shot. Because I do this too with X2 Tool and Playwright, and it takes a while to actually get this stuff working right away.
Yeah.
I think this is the first one that actually
just impressive.
Yeah,
that's really impressive. It takes time. It takes time though, but it is impressive.
60 minutes. I think the comment does a better job, to be very honest with you guys. Now, pasting this, the format that I need, it didn't follow the exact format that I need. So I'll give you an example of why not. Hold on, let me just mark down paste. Yeah, okay. The example of why not is because the links are not, they're not properly marked down links. It needs to be the other way around, I believe. Also, it gave me these things, which is on every factoid thing, it gave me a source. I don't need a source. I didn't ask for a source. And my examples in there do not have sources as well. So it definitely did not do the job as much as I expected. It's almost there, but I think I need to work on the prompt a little bit more to get it there. Comment, let's go to look at comment. Comment has already finished. And if I take the comment one and I paste it in here instead, comment looks exactly like I need. The title, the links are links as markdown, executive summary, and then if it needs to, it has a link, but otherwise just 10 factoids. So comment, which uses, I believe, Claude 4.5 for this, is a tad better at following instructions. Now, I think it could be just my prompting thing. But going back to the agent stuff, it did do the thing. It went and clicked the buttons. Folks, this is a complex task, specifically because X, 1, prevents robotic use, like Nissan said. 2, is a horrible UI, especially in bookmarks. The refreshes, it clicks, it's not a thing. 3, the task is long. You have to open the Twitter link, scroll down through the whole thread. Usually because of Elon Musk and until the recent change, people didn't put the links in the top thread. So you have to go to the third thread and click the link, but not click the links that the user replied. Go into the link, summarize those links, go back to the Twitter, add all the links together. And it did well. I'm very impressed. And I just need to now order food, which I will do right now.
That was fun. This was fun. Thanks, Alex.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, folks, this is the let's summarize this super quick. This is the OpenAI. We've been on live for almost 2 hours, like every week. This is the launch party, watch party, plus a super quick use of the ChatGPT Atlas web browser based on Chromium that launched today for Plus, Pro, and Go users on Mac OS only. New systems are coming soon. It has basically a browser that with ChatGPT built in, including all your tabs, all your chats, and you're logged in as ChatGPT. But also it has this agentic mode that can click things for you, book things for you, fill out events for you. Let's say book me a meeting with Ryan Carson tomorrow when we're both free. Can you do that?
Let's see.
Ryan, you want to meet tomorrow?
Let's do it.
So in order to get agentic, you have to click this and say agent mode, and you have to be logged in. There's some performance issues, and then let's send it. So supposedly it will figure out that I'm using Google Calendar, and then we'll see checking calendars. Let's see how this works.
That's a good use case if it works.
Yeah. Essentially, the thing that this is misses, and I think we'll get there, is proactive agents. This is all still me asking it to do stuff, whereas Pulse, for example, is something that that does stuff for me. Okay, it showed me this. It showed me I'm ready to set up the meeting. I need to know which calendar platform you use so I can pull up the right schedule. If you recall, let's check your calendar, blah, blah, blah. That will also help. So you can, it doesn't. Okay, Nissan, remember in the beginning we talked about ChatGPT memory? This is why, folks, memory is needed in the browser level. This is a brand new browser. I didn't import my history. I didn't import anything, so it doesn't know. But essentially, ChatGPT should know I'm using Google Calendar, obviously, right? So it's logged into Google Calendar. So stuff like agentic will be, this is like another point. Agentic stuff will be significantly better for you when it just uses your browser history as context. If you think about this, most of what we do online is browser-based, not browser-based. So I'm going to tell it, Google Calendar, of course.
So what again are the features that we get? We get the agentic mode for sure. You can ask it to do things and it goes and surf and clicks and whatnot. What exactly else do we get?
So we have this ChatGPT experience inside the browser. So this essentially is a replacement to the ChatGPT Mac app, besides some features like coding with. I'm not sure they're here, but I think they're here as well. We have tab search, which is you can search agentically via tabs and history. So you can ask it about the thing that you saw 3 days ago in natural language, which is super cool.
Cool, really cool. Okay.
Yes, you have the ability to go somewhere and select some text that's not here, but like in here. You can in any text area, you can go and select some text and have this little button that says use ChatGPT on this text only. For example, if you have hi, my name is Alex and this is me tweeting. So you can select this and then hit describe your changes, like make this into a poem. So ChatGPT actions on the selected stuff, which is super cool. Imagine Gmail rewrite this in a different style. Imagine fix typos. Imagine write a banger for tweet, a banger tweet, and you can keep doing this. And also goes to your history.
Like Apple Intelligence, just with a good model. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
By the way, a funny thing that I tried, I went to settings. I went to data controls. Where did I go? Sorry, general. And I said, listen, where's the full history thing? Personalization. And I tried to say, summarize web pages on this device. Click, and it showed me the Mac is not supported. Local page summaries require a Mac app that supports Apple Intelligence. What? Folks, what?
Man, that's full circle. Full circle. You need in ChatGPT, you need Apple Intelligence.
Why?
ChatGPT.
Why is this
so
a thing? Not only this, I have Apple Intelligence. I have it. I have like here. I don't use it because it's so stupid. But what? This is our viral moment for.
They are. they can make more money selling hearing aids than all the AI companies put together making a year selling inference. So
I don't have browser memories yet, but like I want to. I don't know why it didn't save any of them, but like I definitely want to have browser memories. So it's interesting. I browsed for a while now, and yeah.
You know what would be useful? If they let you specify macros or like preset prompts for this, and then you can just click and rewrite, or click or fix my English, or click or shorten. Or
so
that
Comet has this.
very,
doesn't look like ChatGPT has this yet. There's no snippets as such. There's no snippets.
Man, you are selling Comet better than Perplexity. Like,
I know,
you're
dude.
really selling them well. Like, I really want to try now.
Comet is really great. I like definitely. I don't think that this is like this is the first release. Comet chose different paths. DA chose different paths. This is great as an integration. On some features, Comet wins, I think. Also because I can choose ChatGPT or Sonnet if Sonnet is better. This is obviously integrated into my ecosystem, folks. The thing that I love about this the most, and I think we'll pause the stream here. I told you on Thursday, folks who are like the repeating listeners, co-hosts, I want all of my contacts in ChatGPT. I think that the AI is the most useful when it knows the most about me. This is why, the friend thing is popular to some people. This is why Meta is gunning for something always on your face for context. This is why Johnny Ivan, whatever, is going to have a puck. I don't know what they're going to have. The more context an AI has about you, the easier it is for you to use this. Imagine a personal assistant. A personal assistant that just starts the job on day one knows significantly less about you than somebody who's been with you for 20 years, knows everything better than you do, knows the exact type of flowers that your wife loves that maybe you are too busy to think about, and knows your schedule preferences, knows which kind of fucking calendar you use. The agentic future we're going towards, where everything is done for me, will be achieved by something like this, where it has as many memories as is possible about me and what my preferences are, the age of my kids, and where I live, and like all of these things. This is a huge step towards that, because so much of that is in my browsing history. Most of it, if not all of it, is in my browsing history. Everything is online. The only difference that I see is it's not here yet. So this is my iPhone. I'm showing you my iPhone. ChatGPT is only desktop, and until this is both, they will have a gap into my personal life. When they catch up, they will not have a gap.
I assume that'll be pretty short. I presume we'll get an iPhone iOS app soon.
Yep. Well, this is the feature set. This is the new Atlas browser from ChatGPT, folks. If you like this coverage, by the way, this is the type of stuff we do here on Thursday. We do watch parties for major releases. We cover the news every Thursday. As you saw, the preparation agent that I have, there's going to be more stuff during by the end of Thursday for sure. We are expecting to see the responses from Google, the browser company, the Chrome browser company that has Gemini built into Google, that has nowhere close to this level of polish, by the way. I'm comparing this to Comet, a new browser from the ground up. Chrome with Gemini looks like, I'm sorry folks, like years behind this experience. It knows about the one tab. Like, it doesn't do any agentic stuff, even though Google has Project Mariner and like a bunch of stuff built in to their roadmap. Nothing has shown really as agentic. So Google, where's Google? We let's keep asking this question we used to keep asking, and then other companies are going to be competing in the space. But kudos on ChatGPT for their first foray into the native browser experience.
Yeah, it's exciting. I think Google, honestly, Gemini, I feel like is the LM that a lot of real people use in production, just so you know. Like, I use Gemini 2.5 Flash like all the time for real stuff. So just wait till Gemini 3 plus Chrome.
It's the speed and the 1 million context window. You just end up, if you have to do stuff for clients in production, and you're like, they're gonna dump in all their documents. I need them now, and
yes,
you don't have a lot of options.
It's so cheap. It's half a cent for the request in Gemini 2.5 Flash compared to Sonnet 4.5, which ends up to about 10 cents. It's just insane. So,
oops,
speaking
I
of
flashed
Gemini,
my thing.
Speaking of Gemini,
folks, this is not Thursday. I just want to
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We heard that Gemini 3 is coming soon-ish. We don't know when, but like we're definitely gonna keep you guys posted when it comes, and we're gonna do comparisons. And it's supposed to be super cool. Alrighty, folks. This concludes the stream. This is not our usual weekly stream. We go live every Thursday on 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Please subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know when it drops. We go live on YouTube. We go live on X. We go live on Facebook. We go live everywhere on LinkedIn. Feel free to subscribe to the newsletter as well to get this responses. We'll definitely cover, not as deep, but we'll definitely cover Atlas as well. Meanwhile, all of us, or some of us besides Nistan, will put it as our default, so we'll give you the full experience agentic wise. Cheers, everyone. It was great seeing you, and then we'll see you on Thursday. Bye.